on. Say it, man. That's what it is, bro. Yeah, it's on. Yeah. Just trying to wait, but you might have to sit with it. So like,
Shalom, shalom.
yeah, man. Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. All praises be unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elder bishops at Great Millstone who were well and who taught us this truth, man. And yeah, man, we're just here kicking it with the brother, you know, brother Ariel, man. And yeah, as you can see, man, you know, the title is prophecy and you know, the end of the world and prophecy, because that's pretty much where we're at, man. We're at the end of the world, and you know, prophecies coming to pass according to the holy scriptures. And so to that, we say Barak Fehal Bashim Shai. Bashim Shai. Because this place is some fucking bullshit, man.
It's on its way out.
It's on its way out, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, we just gonna get into some stuff. You can start with, if you ain't got nothing, go to Second Ezra's 9, and then we'll take it from there.
Second Ezra chapter 9, yeah.
And nobody believes in Jesus anymore, you know. Okay, they put something through the brothers' post, but nobody fucking believes in Jesus anymore, man. You know, Jesus is dead, man.
Memorial of Jesus' death.
Yeah,
Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, man. So the truth is out there, man. You know, but anyways, we just go and kick it, man. You got Second Ezra's.
Yeah, people are leaving the church, man.
Yep.
And I put up my hands. I'm one of them. Yeah. Come out of that Jehovah's Witness thing there.
Yeah.
All praises to Yahweh Bashim Shai, man. Yeah, Second Ezra chapters 9.
Yep.
Start from the top, yeah?
Yep.
And he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is that very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, so the Lord said to Ezra, measure the times, man. Measure the times. And that's the spirit that we're in. We're measuring the times. That's watching as well as praying. That's studying, that's reading, that's getting into the prophecies and understanding where we are in Earth's history right now, man. Okay, and where it stands, we're at the end of this man's society. Okay, in fact, you can hold that. I'm gonna get a precept just to back that up right now. It's Second Ezra's 6 and 9. Where is it? Let's go. Second Ezra chapter 6 and 9, and it says here, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. You know, so by measuring the times, as it says in Second Ezra's the second chapter, we can clearly see that we're at the end of Esau's world, and that Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. Okay, this is why we focus on such topics, man. Prophecy and the end of the world, man. Because that means this place is going down, and Yahushua is coming back to set up the kingdom. You know, you got something, bro?
Yeah, I got something for you. This is in Deuteronomy chapters 30 and 7. It says, and the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Yeah, because at one point, you speak on it, bro.
No, because I was just thinking like a couple of things. Just one with you got this Brown, what's his name, man? I call him Amalek Brown, right? And he was, you could see with the debate, what some of the elder Apostle Rakar, Elder Apostle Tahar, and Elder Apostle Aramya, and Gabar, they were touching on him, really just playing with him, like a lion plays with the lion cubs. But he's come with that thing now with, you can't be the true Hebrew Israelites, not you guys over there in America. Maybe some of the Hebrew, maybe them, but not in the words of Elder Apostle Tahar. But not you you niggers over there, in America. Couldn't possibly. And that, that kind of ego, arrogance. And he's saying, yeah, well, I'm not denying that you have suffered, in the ghettos, and we're not denying the transatlantic slave trade. But you know what? The point is, all the things that we're suffering, you can talk about Deuteronomy 28, before 15, we were blessed, and the curses after 15, the curses started to manifest and take root in us, take effect. But those things are going to be upon them. And yesterday, quick little testimony. Yeah, when I had to just dash some things out in the bin, I saw a man, Edomite man, and an Edomite woman. When I saw this, the Edomite woman was literally she was beating up the Edomite man, like laying it. She started it, but then he started to kind of like get way back. And then at first, then it seemed like they was really close, and they was linked arms, and then a couple of yards down the road, they was at each other's throats. Yeah. This is the scripture that come to my mind, man, because we was like that.
Yeah.
The nigger woman, everybody knows the story with the nigger woman and all we had to suffer the curses, evil, their eye will be evil against us. But now the evilness they're turning on each other. And I just stood there and I'm thinking, boy, if I could have filmed it, man. It was drama. Yeah. Right before me. So
the curses are transferring to them.
Yeah.
That's the point. The curses are transferring to them, man. And to anybody that says, oh yeah, well, you guys are the Israelites, well, who the fuck has gone through what we've gone through? Okay? Put it like that. Who the hell has gone through what we've gone through and can match so seamlessly with biblical prophecy? The curses alone proves that we're the Israelites, man, and what we've gone through.
That's the point. Yeah.
That's the point, man. And to back up the brother, the same curses are going to be put on our enemies, but it's a gradual change, man. So slowly, where the nigger vibration is coming off of us, starting with the elect. All right, the cons of being a nigger is coming off of us, and it's transferring to them. That's why you got either, as the brother said, that's right, man. Rip that shit, man.
Fuck, I had to think back. What the fuck was that? Guys, I actually looked at that, and I kept going to the Kingdom Hall, and I looked at that.
Yeah.
But now everybody knows now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
all
right.
praises to Yahweh Hashem Shai and the elders and apostles on down. Yeah. For teaching us this truth, man.
That's right.
And I want to keep it though. I want to keep it like the way it is. Yeah. Anytime I look at that, I just think back, and now the curses are going upon them.
Upon them, man. No, you got it, man. Yeah, you got husbands and wives, partners, girlfriends and boyfriends and things arguing. All right, and ultimately the full-fledged effect of the curses is going to be upon him when he's in the kingdom as our slaves. Read that again in is that Deuteronomy?
Yeah, Deuteronomy 13:7. Again, and the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon them, thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Yeah, so all the nations are our enemies, but the number one enemy is Esau, man. Esau's the number one enemy, man. Okay, so the curses that we can find in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter is going to be upon him, man. Okay, when it were morning, you wish it were noon or night. So like when it were night, you wish it were morning. You're gonna have that, man. All the curses, man. So you can jump back to 2nd Ezra 9. It's over, man. It's over, and that's according to prophecy. Okay, the end of this world is here, man. That's that. 2nd Ezra 9.
Yeah, 2nd Ezra 9. because that's my laptop. Sometimes Satan plays
Yeah,
around.
playing up with the equipment, man. Yeah, it's all good.
So we was at second Ezra chapters
Yeah,
9.
about
We
verse
read
2.
up to 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So from 2, then shalt they understand that it is that very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, so it's not just doom and gloom out of nowhere. It wasn't sunshine and rainbows, and blue or sunshine and blue skies, and all of a sudden it's just bad out of nowhere. No, you're gonna understand that it's the highest, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which has begun to visit the world which he made. That's why you got protests.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You got protests over there in France right now.
yeah.
What was they saying? The police was going against the fire brigade. How about that?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't.
You got the police going against the fire brigade, but they're all meant to be different departments in the system to make things run smoothly. Okay.
Yeah, and if I could just
Yeah,
say
yeah,
as
yeah,
well,
of course.
you got the police were taking off their helmets
Yep.
and
Yep.
putting up their batons, basically saying we're standing with the common man, the people now,
Yep.
because they're not going to like the sound of the reform with the pension from going up from 62, the age of 62 retirement pension to 64. That doesn't work. That doesn't suit them either.
Yep.
So now they're gonna take sides with which is prophecy again, with seditions, and so they're not gonna like the sound of that. So now they slowly but surely going over to middle ground, and then slowly but surely going over to the people's sides, because they really ain't gonna have no choice anyway.
That's right, man. So to back you up, that's Second Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. So when you get into that word sedition, it's basically uproar against authoritative figures, man. You know, government and power systems. An uproar against, it also can mean an uproar against monarchy, man, government. Okay, so sedition among men. You got protests. I put up a short on my channel of this man and a woman sitting at an outside like coffee table in France, drinking glasses of wine, and like couple of feet away from them, you got protesters burning shit, man. That's another fulfillment of scripture where it speaks about eating and drinking as in the days of Noah. Matthew, I think the 24th chapter, okay, or thereabout.
Yeah.
So people are just trying to live their lives, put their heads in the sand and act like nothing's going on. But deep down, man, people know this place is over with, man. Okay. That's deep, man. You got the fire brigade going against the police, man. So when people see that, well, the systems in place aren't even on the same side, that's gonna fuel them more to outrage more, man. And them French people are wild motherfuckers, man. They're just wild.
Sit down and bring out certain slides, etc. But because they're saying better harm you with this reform, this politic reform, and it seems as though he's got corruption charges hanging over his head. Right. So they're saying who is he to talk about reform?
Right.
Where they can be in control, the politics could be in control and oversee the courts.
Right,
and if they don't like the sound of the final decision, the politics are going to be able to overthrow the judges.
Right.
So that's Israel now, over there in Israel now as well. And they're saying it's been going on for every Saturday. They've been protesting consistently, and I don't know where they got that every Saturday from.
Every Saturday,
It's like we put that vibration out there,
that Saturday vibe.
So they're persistent and consistent with it, man.
Yeah.
So that's Israel.
Yeah.
Lucky about it.
That's right, man. Who's we at in Second Ezra 9?
Yeah. So yeah, man. Second Ezra 9, carrying on to 3. Says, wherefore, when thou shalt be seen earthquakes, uproars of the people in the world, then shalt they well understand that the Most High spoke of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Yeah, if I could just say a little point on that.
Of course, yeah.
Because we got Mississippi thing going on over there, deep south.
Yep, yep,
And people are basically it's like a war zone hit the place.
yep.
I done a little thing on it, and people say that you got the what they call the buildings, the, the churches.
Mm.
One of the pastors said, "Well, we lost everything. The roof come off and everything. But so what are you gonna do? You're gonna rebuild it." But you know that pompous come out of him. That Edomite pompous. But we will rebuild. That's Malachi, man.
Yeah.
Malachi chapter, you know.
Yeah.
And so you got you hit a lot of jakes too.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of jakes saying, boy, they're bawling their eyes out, man.
Yeah.
This is what is that? What is that? Judgment starting in the house of the Lord.
Yep.
Yeah, man. It's a small little town, poor town where predominantly it's jakes there. Predominantly jakes. A lot of Esau's there too.
Yeah.
But a lot of jakes there too,
Yeah.
and they're suffering, man,
Yeah.
in poverty.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to say that. So back now, to 4. Then shalt they well understand that the Most High spoke of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Yeah, man. The end is manifest. That means, it's manifest destiny. They used to say that to us. So that means whatever you try to do, you can't stop it, man. The curses, the alligator bait, you could have fight like mad, to protect the children. You could have fight like mad to get out of slavery. Some brothers go into the Roots, which I'm glad I wasn't able to watch Roots because I had to go to church. Then, some man used to watch Roots like back in the 70s, and they used to go to school angry and beat up some Edomites. We couldn't watch it. We had to go. It was all every time the series when it was on is when we had to be at church, and maybe it's a good thing. I know I'd have been vexed about that. So that the manifest destiny we just discussed cannot be stopped no matter how hard you try. So what's the word? The stage is already set. The movie's already played out. We're just playing it out down here in live, in the flesh. 6 now. Even so that the time also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. Oh, I mentioned it. This is UFO week, and I the only really thing I watch on TV this week is like I've been watching a lot of the documentaries, pure documentaries. I showed you, innit?
Yeah.
Pure documentaries on about UFOs, all kind of UFO disclassification, abductions, ancient aliens, Craig Charles. That's my favorite one at the moment, But you just have to put two together and look at it from a spiritual angle. This is UFO week. What does that mean? In the spirit, we know where Yahushua is coming back. We know that. You understand? If there's any doubters out there still after this, man, whatever. 7 now. Everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed.
That's why we do what we do, man. That's the reason why we do what we do. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kodash, we do what we do, man. All right? Because everyone that shall be saved by their works and by their faith, man. If we know that the Lord is coming back, the Most High is visiting this place, Yahweh, he's going to send the Heavenly Father Yahweh is going to send his son Yahushua and the angels to come and destroy this place and deliver his elect. Okay, we know what the Lord's going to do, man. So we're going to be saved by our works and by our faith, man. This is why we constantly pray to the Lord, to be on the right side. This is why we constantly do the videos. This is why we go to the camp. Brothers get together and do shows, man, whatever, because we're going to ultimately be judged upon our works and our faith, man. Go on.
Yeah, I got. If I could just add this little quick one and get back to the 2 Ezra 9.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 47 and 2. It says, "Take the millstones and grind mill.
Yeah.
Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg."
Yo, read that again.
Yeah, Isaiah 47 and 2. take the millstone and grind mill.
Yeah, what does the millstone do? The millstone puts in that work, man. All right. The millstone puts in that work. It grinds the mill. You know. So it's the spirit that the name or the group that the Lord is dealing with
Mm.
is great millstone. All right, because great millstones are put in work, man, and grind the mill, get to the work, go on.
Yeah, because back to that Amalek Brown, Pastor Brown, which
Yeah,
or Doctor Brown, which
yeah,
elder, we know what it means to falsify. Elder Apostle Gabar saying it means to defalsify. So he said that's when you hear that
yeah,
straight away, you know
yeah,
that ain't right.
yeah,
So when he was saying, so what is this what you're trying to do? You're trying to divide the people. We want to keep the people together. You know, we that kind of speak again.
mm,
But as it says there, grind the mill, uncover the locks. No, take the millstone and grind mill. So those people have got an axe to grind.
yeah,
When
yeah,
you hear that
yeah,
saying
yeah,
before,
yeah,
what's wrong with that guy? Yes, great millstone have an axe to grind.
yeah,
The so-called black people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians are grinding axe. We do have an axe to grind,
yeah,
and it goes on to say in 3, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers.
yeah. Expose him, man.
That's what we're doing. And we've got an axe to grind,
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
and we're grinding, you know.
that's right.
And let me carry on reading.
Yeah,
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Oh, I did watch the debate, and I've kind of went away from too much controversy because of my spirit. I tried to keep my spirit down, but I couldn't resist it,
yeah,
and I went and I watched it, and I saw his face, man. Amalek Brown, Pastor Brown, or Doctor Brown, Falsifier Brown. You look stupid, man. In the
yeah,
debate, you just looked embarrassed, man. It was overwhelming evidence. But I think I'm quite logical, and I see the two um, um, plays. I see the two plays. His job, he's in his lot. He's in his spirit. Esau is in his spirit. He doesn't know. He can't step elder because that was talking about this. When you see someone doing what they do, that's the spirit that's on them. They're in their lot, and he's in his lot. He can't be out of his lot, so he's gonna lie. He's gonna say he's gonna be on why and I say so. He's gonna refute plausible deniability, and I was getting a lot of joke out of it.
yeah,
It's just plausible deniability. That's what you're about. I see through all this folly, but at the same time, I can see how the Most High uses people that are into debating, and I can see how he's using, from a spiritual perspective, how he's using our elders, because we don't deal with debates, but there's people that are in their lots playing at their position, and if there's any naive or sincere people that watch that debate and are sincere, you're going to look at the evidence, man, because that's really what it's about. Look at the evidence. Don't look at the people. Don't look, don't. You can and see when someone's lying. You use your discernment. So let me carry on, because that was all it was about. Someone who is intent on doing what he does, which is lie, plausible. Who could lie the best? That's Amalek. He's a very good liar. And who can bring out the truth the best? That's Jake.
yep.
And we're good at bringing out the truth.
That's right.
Two different. I was watching it, man, and I like combat. It's combat, spiritual combat, man. I like all that. 4. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, and the Holy One of Israel. He is going to come back and
Yeah,
redeem
the
us.
Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, man. So as the brother was talking about combat, the Lord is the master warrior, man. Yahweh. But Hashem Yahweh Shai is the master warrior, and he controls all the armies, man. So he will set people up in their lot. You got the debate niggas, you got the rap niggas, all these
Yeah,
different segments
yeah.
of people trying to push so-called truth.
Gangster
You get the
niggas,
gangster niggas,
gangbangers.
all of that shit, man. But then you got the men of the Lord, okay? So all these different combats and stuff, the Lord's the
Yeah,
one maneuvering it, man.
that's right. That's right. Yeah.
You know. But in the script, as you were speaking, I was thinking of the scripture where it says, "Let the Most High be true and every man a liar."
Come on.
You got people that will come up there and try and twist scriptures and it means this because yeah, okay, okay then. You believe what the fuck you want to believe, man. But at the end of the day, the Lord is going to use his prophets to declare his truth.
Yeah.
Let the Most High be true and every man a lie.
That's right, man.
Okay.
And I mentioned it again because that didn't put that through my letterbox, that memorial for you. You bring back memories, man. And I just think all praises to, and I'm watching Amalek, and Amalek he's still doing his deception, you know. He's under the curses are falling upon him. But he's still relatively I'm right and I say so. People are still gullible to that, which I was gullible to that.
That's the pride of the devil. Even when Yahweh Shai comes back, he's gonna be proud, man. Even when the Lord Yahweh Shai comes in the sky, he's gonna be proud. The only time that pride is gonna be smacked out of, and that smirk is gonna be smacked off his face and wiped away from his characters is when he's in the dirt pits. But even when Yahweh Shai is in the sky, he's gonna have a level of pride to him. So this devil is always gonna be proud. I got a scripture here, because you was talking about the whole Jesus thing and coming out of that. This is Ephesians chapter 4:23, and it says, "Be ye renewed in the spirit of your minds." So we've been renewed, man. You know, that's why we're not gonna listen to the likes of Dr. Brown and these other so-called scholars. Because we've been renewed. We've been renewed, as it says, in the spirit of our minds, man. That's why you can't get us on Jesus bullshit. You can't get us on Muhammad and Islam bullshit. You can't get us on Kemet, Hotep bullshit. You know, back to African nonsense. You can't get us even with false doctrines within the truth. Okay, we're gonna stay upon the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man, because we've been renewed, Lord willing, in the spirit of our minds, man. All right, you know, and guess what, man? In line with the last days and prophecy and the end of the world, man, we want to endure. You know, we want to endure, and then let me pull that scripture. It says, "Endure hardness," or he that endures to the end. Let's get that one.
That's Matthew 24:13.
There we go. That's right, Matthew 24:13, and it says, "But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved." Endure what? Endure the hour of temptation, which is the mark of the beast. You know, endure Jacob's trouble. You know, endure bullshit doctrines, because you got people that will start listening to the likes of Dr. Brown. Oh, they have that scratch in the head moment. Maybe he's right, or maybe Dr. Brown, maybe Vocab's got a point. Oh, everyone can make it. But then that means such a candidate wouldn't have endured to the end where it concerns sound doctrine, man. You know, so he that endures to the end also goes for believing and sticking to what we were taught by our teachers in the Holy Spirit, man. You know?
Yep.
You know, we can talk about the chip, we can talk about Jacob's trouble, we can get into these things, man. These are all prophecies of the end day, the last days, man, which we're in. The end of this world, we read it. The second Ezra 6 and 9. You got something?
Yeah, I got something. This is in Job chapter 13. It says, I'll read from 4. It says, "But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value."
Yeah, you're liars, man.
Yeah, when you're subject to someone who's a physician of no value or a forger of lies, and you're subject to them.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
I've been there, man. I'll tell you, sometimes you just have to just jump back and kiss yourself. James Brown. The Most High got me out of that thing there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The forgers of lies they could do there. Oh, they're dangerous, man.
Yep.
They're very so.
Because you believe anything they say.
Yeah. Because he's got a certificate. What that certificate?
Got the papers.
He's got the papers, isn't it? the physician of no value. He's got the certificate. But now I'm watching, and I have to take my hat off and say credit where it's due, because I relate. He's a former convict, ex-former convict, and I ain't no shame to say that. I was there, and I relate to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he said when he done another video on where I'm white and I say so. Don't work. Don't cut it.
Yeah.
He done a couple of videos about what the debate. So now it doesn't cut it, man.
Yeah.
You understand? Because now I respect this former convict, right? Because he's dealing with truth now, and the Most I don't judge you by your past. It's about now and about if you're of the elect, ultimately, if you're of the elect. But he's saying, I'm a former convict, and here we've got a scholar, and we're going to go in. I'm going to come with the sword. And he went in on him, and he tear him up. And I just sit there, I just laughing, I was entertainment for me. But I'm looking at it, I'm saying, yeah, respect you, because there's a lot of former convicts that have been, that's been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and they're still being judged by their past, but they're heads and shoulders above people like the physicians of no value and what they call them, there's a word for it, they, identity thieves that are still doing it. He said someone perpetrating a fraud, and he brought out the scripture, Revelation 9:13. Someone perpetrating a fraud. Now he's a former convict, and it ain't him. And I know it ain't you. It's the one. He's when he read the scripture. He's perpetrating a fraud, and he's not a former convict. He's a convict from past, present, and he will always be a convict until he's bound up in chains. Let me read it one more time. Pass it back to you. Right, Job chapter 30. It's quite beautiful when you think about it, man. He says the Most High he picks up somebody from the dust, and the example of Moses, as the example of David killing Goliath, many examples how he picks up somebody who's supposed to be nothing, cleans them up, and he exalts him. He makes the foolish. He brings up the foolish, and he exposes the so-called righteous or the so-called. I'm going to get the scripture to just so I can explain it better. But let me finish reading this. Job 13 and 4 says, "But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value." That don't cut it no more. Don't cut it. I'm right and I say so. Don't cut it no more.
Yeah, man. That's the point, bro. That's the point. You gotta come with facts, man. You gotta come. Ultimately, you gotta be spiritually backed by the Lord, man. If the Lord's not in your corner, you're just gonna get fucked up, man. Let me get a precept on that. I had something, but let me get this, bro. If the Lord is not on your side, you're just gonna get murked, man. Had it not been for the Lord who was on our side. This is Psalms 124, verse 1. It says, "If it had not been for the Lord Jehovah Shem Yahushai who was on our side, now may Israel say, if it had not been for the Lord who was on our side, when men rose up against us." And what we have to understand is these false doctrines, these I'm right and I say so, you just got to believe it because I got the papers, I got the certificates from the schooling systems. They're not really on your side, man. They're not. The scripture says, "Obey them that have the rule over you, for they watch for your souls." That's the elders above you, man. Going all the way up in the ranking system. But then you got these pastors, they don't watch for your souls. They just that's what it is.
Yep.
It means that Jesus is white. Yep, everyone can make it. Believe me, I went to the seminary.
Yep.
That's messed up, man.
Bold-faced lies. You're exposing yourself. You're exposing yourself, and you're showing that you ain't got no character.
Yeah, no character, no integrity. But let's get that. The soul that is in him is not upright. I got that here. You can pull it. That is in him. Where's that at, man? You can pull that in Ezekiel 18:4. Actually, hold on. No, hold on. The soul that is in him is not upright. Where's that?
Is that Habakkuk?
Habakkuk 2:4.
Yeah, come on.
Habakkuk 2:4, man. How the hell you gonna go to the devil and expect to get some like truth, man? It's not gonna work out, man. It's just not gonna work. Okay.
Habakkuk. I'll read 3 as well.
Yeah.
Habakkuk chapters 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for the appointed time, but at the end it shall speak.
Yeah, now it's speaking, man. Now it's coming to pass. When we was telling you that the mark of the beast is the from our apostles and elders, from even before they jumped on YouTube, they was teaching that. So we're told, according to the true records of what's been told unto us. when they jumped on YouTube, we was, you know, they preached it from day one, man. You know, over 10 years it's being preached unto us, man. And those of us who had their ears to hear and receive it, received it, man. The mark of the beast, you know, the coming content. I remember when the apostles was going hard talking about the concentration camps, man. For years they were talking about there's gonna be the concentration camps. Now it's coming to pass and it's out there, yeah. They got places, be warehouses and these places out there in the woods that they're converting to places, you know, where they're gonna put people in cells and
Mhm.
terrorize and torture people. The mark of the beast, the CBDC thing, okay. The
Guillotines.
oh, that's another big one. The guillotines, man. You know, now they're talking about wanting to pass the death penalty in other states and countries that it previously wasn't. Specifically, they're speaking about the guillotines, man, chopping people's heads off. Okay, you know, you know. It'll tell you something in the
You know,
spirit.
if you get a head chopped off, we
Yeah.
won't have no more headaches.
That's the spirit, man. Getting fucking migraines and shit, man. You know, I fucking suffer from the migraine. You know, my head.
Oh, that sounds so
Yeah.
funny. I'll do a
Yeah.
slucky, but
Nah, it's true though. Because you're gonna be out of the pain of this body, man. You know, again,
Oh,
bro, you just get your head chopped off. You ain't gonna worry about no more headaches, man. You know?
he says up and back down. I remember one of the elders, one of Arkansas, he's quite he's an elderly brother. I don't think he's an elder, but I think sometimes he comes into Dallas camp. But I remember watching him like quite regularly.
Yeah.
And it's something stay with you. And I remember he said, if some of us have to get our heads chopped off or guillotined or martyred, he said it's just boom and boom. You know, like just gonna be quick. And I remember one time, similar to you, I was getting a whole heap of headaches, and I was young, like teenager, and I was, you know, I was like, fuck, you know, I used to hear about death. I wasn't intimidated by death when and I still ain't.
Yeah.
It's not like no overconfident thing, but you know what I mean. It's gonna be released, man.
Yeah, but
From
the scriptures tell you about what death is, man. If you're scared of death, bro, and you're in the truth, man, maybe, you know, we all need to keep praying, but maybe you need to pray for some more faith, man. You know, if you're scared, oh man, the other side. You know, people in the world, yeah, when I go to the other, and they're holding their head like they got a headache because they don't want to think about it, man. When they die, oh, the other side. You know, I just spoke to a family member before I came to check the brother. There was a family friend that was sick.
Yeah.
They were sick, man, and I got told last week that they're knocking on death's door, basically, and they ain't got long to go. You know, I was invited to go to the hospital and see the person, you know, and I didn't get round to it, and I probably wasn't gonna go anyway, you know. But I got the news before I came out here to you know, come kick it with the brother. Oh yeah, they passed away. You know, they passed away. It's a family friend. And then you got family members holding their heads. Oh yeah, the other side, man. This is why we gotta live right. You know, fucking bugging out, man.
Yeah.
Fuck you bugging out for, man. When Yahushua healed was it Jairus's daughter, I believe. I think it was Jairus's daughter that may have died, you know, and the Lord basically, you know, they were crying, you know, and the Lord had to kick them out of the room and say, oh, the little girl is not dead, but she's just sleeping. And then he said it in the Hebrew, little girl, arise, man. And then she arose. And then he said, feed her and give her drink, man. So when you die, it's just asleep. It's literally asleep, man. You're just unconscious. You go to the spirit and then you're conscious in the spirit realm. The scriptures tell us that we inhabit a spiritual body, man. So you're there in the hospital. Now you're there in the hospital with a dead corpse that's still relatively warm, and you're rubbing it, and oh my god, the person's cool in the spirit realm.
Yeah.
They're fine. You know?
Yeah. Elder Apostle, if I was lucky, if I could just say, I was watching the live stream.
God, you know about death, bro.
I'm gonna have to watch it again
Come on,
though.
bro.
But he's demon. He calls his woman his demon. We all call them our demons. And he was trying to say, because you got Christians that go to church, talk about it all the time. Oh, you're gonna go to heaven, and then they bug out when they lose someone that dead.
Yeah.
They're the most fearful people.
Yeah. But where are they going then? You preach your whole life, oh yeah, heaven, Jesus Christ, and the pearly gates. When someone dies, it's you're losing it, man. Now, obviously, you get emotionally hurt. You know, the separation from the person on the earth. We get that, man. But we have faith. We know where we go when we pass on, man.
Mhm.
So if we, that's what we want to be meditating upon. If we're brothers that's chosen to be martyrs and to die, man. If we gotta die, if we gotta get, like you said, the brother said, if we gotta get our heads fucking chopped off, or whatever the case may be, we know where we're going, man. We're going straight to the spirit realm,
And
and there's gonna be a reward for that. In fact, hold what you got up. Let me get this, man. Let me get this precept, man. Get it from the scriptures. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 116, verse 15. Because this is about edification, which means to build the brotherhood, right? This is Psalms 116 and 15, and it says, "Precious in the sight of the Lord Yahweh is the death of his saints." So if we gotta die for this truth, but our souls, our spirits are gonna be accounted as precious in the eyesight of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You know, all right. And guess what? We've all died before, man.
You took it out, my
We've all died. We've all died before, man. You're acting like this is the first time you've been here, and I don't know about that. You died before, man. Many of us had hideous deaths in the past. When the church was first set up, they used to put us in the Colosseums. We had to fight lions and tigers and get devoured. It happened to many of the saints, man. Crucified, hung, okay, stoned. So we've all died before, man. Transatlantic slave trade, you know.
That's right, bro.
So it ain't nothing new to the spirit. It's new to the flesh, but to the spirit of the man, of you and of me, we've experienced death before, man. But all praises be to Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. The title is The End of the World and Prophecy. For the brothers that got to die on this side, this is the last time you die, man. This is the last time you die, bro. Because we know the next time we're going to appear with the Lord in glory.
I've got one for you.
Go on, huh?
Revelation 20 and 4 says, "And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and Mashiach."
So that's a reality. We got to talk about it. Some people don't want to talk about it, but it's a reality of the truth, man. That some brothers are going to get beheaded. Okay? That's why the faith of the Arkim is going to get tested, because when you hear of a brother getting beheaded, that could shake you up, man. Yahushua heard that Yahushua was brought news that his cousin was beheaded. Did Yahushua pack it in? Nah, fuck this, man. Nah. Bugging out, man. He starts getting shake. Oh, no. They got John. No, I'm done. No, man. Yahushua, he got news that John the Baptist, which was his older cousin by 6 months, he got news. The disciples brought it to him. They got John, man. They beheaded him.
Yeah.
And they brought his head on a charger to the daughter of that bitch, Herod's daughter, man.
Yeah.
The fucking hoe that was dancing. All right.
She gonna die a bad death, man.
What do you think Yahushua, he felt sad about it, but he had to keep. In fact, let me get it.
Yeah.
Let me get it, man. Let me get it. Brought him news. Where is that, man? This is I think it's Matthew the 14th chapter. Let me get that in the scriptures. Matthew 14, man. That shit's fire, man. I like that.
Yeah, just a sip up with some of the herbs and things. Yeah, secret recipe, I will tell no.
No.
I'm gonna tell him. No, I don't want to give no medical misinformation.
Can I put them
secret recipe?
Them thing out for the camera. Hey, we're messing about. Yeah, this is John 14 and 6. If you want to be celebrating birthdays, birthday celebrations, man. The greatest prophet got put to death because of a bitch's birthday and dancing, man. How about that? This is Matthew 14 and 6. And when Herod's birthday was kept, the daughter of Herodias danced before them and pleased Herod. whereupon he promised an oath to give her whatsoever she would ask. And she, being before instructed of her mother, said, Give me here John Baptist's head in a charger. And the king was sorry. Nevertheless, for the oath's sake, and them which sat with him at meat, he commanded it to be given her. And he sent and beheaded John in the prison. And he's in the cell. He's in the cell when a guard came, opened it. Yeah, John, look, man. Boom. You know, John got murked in a cell.
That was quick. That was quick, though.
Quick, man. You know, and his head was brought in a charger and given to the damsel, and she brought it to her mother. And the disciples came and took up the body and buried it, and went and told Yahushua. And when Yahushua heard of it, he departed thence by ship into a desert place. And when the people had heard thereof, they followed him on foot out of the cities. And Yahushua went forth and saw a great multitude, and was moved with compassion towards them, and he healed their sick. That's the point, man. Yahushua, why do you think he got in the ship and went away? Because he was sad. He was sad, man. He just found out that his older cousin, by 6 months, got beheaded, man. So he wanted to take a little bit of time out. You know, oh, man, let me just go chill. You know. The Lord was sad. So we're not saying we don't have emotions.
He was balanced.
Yeah, you don't have emotions.
Yeah.
Like you hear a brother gets put to death. Oh, okay, can't. That's right. No, you may cry. You may want to be alone. Shit happens, man. The Lord got sad when he heard that his cousin got put to death. But then the point is, when he saw the people, he was moved with compassion and he remembered his mission. Even though he was mourning for his cousin, he was like, man, whatever I'm going through personally with this family loss, because it was a family, even though John was a prophet as well, it was a family loss. They were cousins.
He was a very high prophet too, man.
He was the greatest prophet. The Lord said of men born of women, no greater than John. Okay, which is Elijah in the reincarnation. Okay, the representation of the prophets, right? But when Yahushua saw the people on the other side followed him, you know, because they were hungry for the word, you know, so he was moved. And he had to put his side emotions on the side and teach and heal their sick. So it's the same thing. Brothers go through things, man. You got brothers in the camp going through shit right now. You know, we're always going through things. You know, oh yeah, but this particular situation, so I can't really do the work no more. You're not following what Yahushua said, man. All right, no matter what is going on in our personal lives, we still got to come up here and push the word, man.
Yeah.
So that's why they got John. You got something.
Yeah, that's why these are little. Well, we're talking about the title of it is prophecy, right?
Yeah, end of the world and prophecy.
Right, Dwada, man. Revelation 20. I'll just continue. I'll start from again. I'll read it again. 4 it says, and I saw the thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned in Yahushua Mashiach 1,000 years.
So read that again, man. Okay.
Revelation 24, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua,
which is particular members of the elect. Particular members of the elect are going to get beheaded for the witness of Yahushua. Okay, that's Matthew 24 and verse 9. Then shall they persecute you, man. We're going to get, so particular brothers are going to get arrested, taken into lodges, into courts. You know, we saw you preaching, yeah. Denounce this Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Denounce this Hebrew Israelite thing. And Lord willing, the Spirit stays on us. We're not going to denounce it. Then we're going to get put to death, particular brothers. Okay, so John was in like the vision, the hologram, seeing the souls of them that went through with being okay with being beheaded, man. He saw their souls. You know, which shows that when they died, they didn't just go to some weirdo place. No, when they died, they went to the spirit realm. Go on up.
Yeah. Back to the. I'll carry on.
Yeah.
Behead for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads.
Yeah, that's to worship the images go along with the system, man. You know, case in point, let's use a modern day example. When was the last time they majorly wanted us all to worship the image? When they started sending text to brothers' phones for the juice.
Again.
Remember? Oh yeah. Your appointment's booked.
Yeah.
2 p.m. at your local clinic, your GP, your doctor's surgery. You're gonna go in or go to the station at XYZ postcode at 4 p.m. and you're gonna get the thing put in you. Your appointment's already booked. That's actually worshiping the beast, because they're telling you what to do and you're going along with it.
Yeah. And I've seen young people, I say young people, like 30, I mean, like even younger than that, now with walking sticks now.
Yeah.
2 years ago, 3 years ago, right? Around roughly.
Yeah.
And I saw a woman, and you know, sometimes your discernment jumps on you, like the spirit jumps on you, you think. And I saw this woman walking, not just around the corner, just there, walking, and she was like paralytic and like shivering. And I said, and she told me, cut a long story short, I said, she said, yeah. She said, and her young daughter was there. There was Judites.
Yeah.
And the young daughter was, I said, did you have? She said, yeah. She said, yeah. When I first got it, I felt my arm was really hurting me. Yeah. And the little daughter said, yeah, she did.
Yeah.
I said, you see?
Yeah.
And I couldn't really It's done. What's done is done. But I said, don't get no more. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, you see, a little bit of faith, right? A little bit of faith takes you a long way, man. And other rutters are, we're gonna have the ultimate faith when the ultimate chip, you know, when the offer the ultimate temptation, man. Yeah, but even when you see things like that, it's sad for them. But you know what? Your faith grows, man. I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry. I look at that. What I've seen all these examples.
Yeah, it's true. But by them getting fucked up, it lets you know that.
Listen to me, man. And we ain't got the papers. We ain't got the falsification. I've said this to people too. Yeah, I don't have to get into all the details, but we ain't got the papers. But we just people that just we're discerning. We're spiritual, and I've seen things already. You know, and brothers know they might testimonies on what we've seen. Yep. And we just knew, man. We're listening to the elders, and it's even not to say that. Even if the elders said to me, take it, I wouldn't have, from what I've seen anyway. Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. If any elders or any brothers close to us or any family members try to tell us, we're just gonna laugh after them and say, all right then. Yeah, and we just, you know, we don't have to get all, but we just laugh after them because we know, all right then, if you insist, and then you're gonna see that you're gonna suffer the results. Take it.
Well, I can't remember who it was. One of the brothers put in the group chat. I think it was a Benjamite woman, and she took the thing and her skin started peeling. The soles of her feet is peeling, her arms is peeling, her legs is peeling. You know, you talked about the heavy arm thing. Yeah, I know enough people that took it and they said, oh, my arm's heavy, and
yeah.
You know,
and when they say that to me, I want to talk, but you know, my spirit, my compassion makes me want to say something, but then discernment says, nah, they're gonna fucking look at you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They ain't gonna hear you. And then I just don't say that. But I know there's someone else who said it to me, and I go, I buy my stones for me, and I say, oh, you done it. I'm soon I'm gonna come to the shop. You ain't gonna be there. Someone else is gonna be serving me. Dead, man. I could have just said that, but
you leave it.
Leave them, man.
Yeah. Keep going in Revelation. Huh?
Yeah. Mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Yahushua Mashiach. Now, when I read that, right, you can look at that and say, oh, they're gonna have to die. But no, man, I always think of after the bigger picture. Yeah, and they lived and reigned because they did. What did they die? He said, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their forehead or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Yahushua Mashiach 1,000 years. Yeah. It's always the after results. It's always like we're drinking our secret recipe.
Yeah,
might be bitter, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bitter, but it's good, man. It's good.
But we know that it's blessed, man. It's blessed in the end results, man. You know, so that's what we think when we read prophecies and hear about guillotines and hear such a man and man. If you don't do this, then that's gonna happen. All right, we'll see. We're waiting to see. We'll ride it out. I'm listening to your whole shot.
Yeah, hold on. Get 2nd Ezra's 14 and 14 for Book of Shah on that point, man. Yeah, you gotta think of the end goal, man. The end goal. If everything was about the immediate effects of something, we, you just wouldn't last, man. You know, it was raining outside. I'm not going. I'm not going out. You know, well, I've got a headache. I'm not doing a video. You know, when something fucked up happened to me in my personal life, I'm not doing this no more. If everything was about the immediate effect, nobody would endure, man.
Second Ezra 15 and 15.
The 14 and 14. You know, that's the spirit. As soon as I mention rain, I get a notification saying rain is due to start in London. Wow.
You can't make, I like when the brother say, you can't make this
this
up.
up, man. Go on, go on.
Second Ezra 14 and 14 says, let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now thy weak nature.
Yeah, that's mortal thoughts, man. Oh man, yeah, but I have to die and truth's gonna be hard, and yeah. That's mortal thoughts, man. You're thinking in the flesh, man. You know, you're thinking in the flesh. Okay, that's why Yahushua said to Nicodemus, that which is of the flesh is flesh, and that which is of the spirit is spirit, man. Okay, you can't be thinking in a fleshly mind and expect to attain the kingdom, man. You know, put off the mortal thoughts. You know, the fact that the possibility that you may die. You know, we're gonna all have to be on the run. You know, things of that nature. Those are all mortal thoughts, man.
Yeah.
Read that again up, Baba Kusha.
Yeah, second Ezra 14 again and 40 says, let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now thy weak nature.
Yeah, because it's a weak nature, man.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to. A fucking piece of shit, fleshly, carnal, weak nature. Okay? That's all it is, man. You know? And we ought to be that strong. That's why we go through hardships, because the word yakal means to endure, to make hard, man. So to make, it's like conditioning. You know, we're into the, you know, me and his brother, we're into the boxing, martial arts, various styles or whatever. One thing anyone that's intermediate upwards knows, even a beginner knows after some time. You're still a beginner, but you kind of clocked, yeah, I have to get tough. Because if you get a hit, yeah, and you're not conditioned to get that hit, man, you're just gonna get weak. And you're gonna feel it. You know, I've been watching videos lately. I've been watching fucking videos lately, man, of like particular boxing things, right? And people getting knocked out from jabs. How about that? Someone's jab can be so good, they just throw the jab quick enough in the right positioning, and you got people falling back and stacking over, man.
Yeah.
Getting knocked out from jabs. But then what does it go back to? Incorrect footwork, incorrect positioning and defense of the hands, not moving properly, man, not being agile on your feet.
Yeah.
And number two, not being able to take a punch. If you're getting knocked out from a jab, man, then you got
maybe you're in the wrong career.
Yeah, you got a long way to go, man. Or because you might want to consider changing.
Yeah.
You know,
this office work, man. I'm not, but like some people are kind for office work. Some people are just straight raw in it. You know, you got the tribes that go into a lot. You know, going to all the different tribes. You know, the warrior tribes. You know, which most of the tribes are warrior tribes. But I like this because
So like, let me get a tissue over there,
because it reminds me of Matrix. Morpheus in the movie Matrix.
Yeah.
There is no spoon. Yeah. And when I do my little bits and pieces, you know, I always say that there is no. I just say that to myself. I pick up things. Certain things stay with me. In other words, I don't feel no fucking pain. Let me just get through this fucking thing.
Get through it. That warrior mentality, man. That's what the scripture says. Endure hardness as soldiers. Okay. Why? That's a very particular a choice of word there, man. Soldiers for what? Because we're gonna be going through hardships, and a lot of the time we're gonna go through them alone. To be solitude, to be alone, man. You know. So where's the one that we talk about weak nature?
Yeah. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now thy weak nature.
Yeah, man.
And it's a constant.
Yeah, no, go on, bro.
Now it's a constant thing, you know, because you could say, like, you know, let's say you do your shopping, you come home, you got a whole heap of shit. You know what I mean? You got to put that off. You got to take it off, man, and put it off. Now, when you go back into the world again, you got people with negative, you know, we talk about negative thoughts, telling you can't do that. You know, when I was going to one example, me taking my CS card or my driving test, or any of them kind of tests, or my security guard. All those things, because of my condition, people didn't see me. I can do it. But when I put my mind to, I put my mind to it, and I didn't listen to them. The negative thoughts, the burdens of man. Maybe you tell that to yourself. Don't tell me that. Let me try it first. People say you should be, in certain things I do, like exercise as well. You should, you ain't gonna do, because I tried that and it fucked me up. Well, let me try it, man. You don't know if it's gonna, if you're for the office, maybe you're for an office worker, and maybe that's what you excel in, and let me excel in. Potentially, let me try and see what I excel in. Putting a barrier on people, and that's where it goes back to. Put off. So it's a continuous thing you got to do, and always be willing to try new things within your boundaries. Not being. I'm a little bit. Brothers calm me down. That's why we have elders. Brothers sometimes need to be calm. I'm kind of extreme. You might not look at me and think I'm extreme, but in certain things, we all, everybody's got weaknesses and strengths. Put off now thy weak nature, set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times.
Yeah, man.
Heavy
like when Yahushua was telling the disciples that he's got to die, right? What did he say? But on the third day I shall rise again. He never just said, yeah, they're gonna whip me and then they're gonna punch me up and then they're gonna put me on a cross. And yeah, man, it's gonna be hard. Yeah. If brother Caleb's watching this, man, the inside joke. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. Yeah. No, but what did he end the sentence with? But on the third day, after the 3 days, he shall rise again. Thinking of past the pain, past the trials, past the tribulations, past all of that. What's gonna happen? A positive thing, man. So cast of thoughts that's too hard for thee, man. And these are the type of mindsets, and they talk about motivational speech or whatever. The positivity we need to be putting into one another, which is edification, man.
And if I could say too, because
if you got a guy that's just telling you, man, like, oh yeah, that kind of spirit. All right, cool. After that bullshit, and that hard time, what happens then, man? Is there a way out, man? The Lord said his hand is not short that he can't save, man. Come on, man. Put off the weak nature, man. Go on, man.
This is Matthew 21 and 21. It says, Yahushua answered, maybe we should go out up a bit, because we're talking to normal people, but they were men of the Lord. 18, it says, now in the morning as he returned unto the city, he hungered. And when he saw a fig tree in the way, he came to it and found nothing thereon, but leaves only, and said unto it, let no fruit grow on there henceforward forever. And presently the fig tree withered away. And when the disciples saw it, they marveled, saying, how soon is the fig tree withered away? And Yahushua answered, so they marveled. How did he do? And they knew what he was capable of, but they still marveled, and they still anyway. Let me carry on. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, verily I say unto you, if you have faith and doubt not, ye shall do not only do this which is done to the fig tree, but also if ye shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast unto the sea, it shall be done. So people they doubted Yahushua, even though they was with him, and they still was marveled, and at the fig tree being withered, and he had to. They were men of the Lord. They were the 12, wasn't they? And they were men of the Lord, spiritual men, but they still doubted, and they still marveled. So Yahushua had to say, look, man, if verily I say unto you, if ye have faith and doubt not, put off now thy weak nature. These are some of my favorites. So there's some precepts that just stay with you, because I use them for my little things, my little motivational things. Or there is no spoon. So one brother said, he said this, I remember this. He said, whatever you put when that time comes, when they come in like a flood, Isaiah 59, when they come in like a flood, and 19, whatever you put your mind to do, you're just going to be able to do it. when it's the time, when it's that time. Now we have a low level of faith, but when that time comes, when it's necessary, when the standards are necessary, when our standards are necessary to rise, most are going to give us that higher standard of faith. So if someone says to you, I can't do that, and they haven't tried it, now it's fair enough you can't do it and you tried it. That's you're fooling yourself. Then if you try, you kept trying, you just messed up, you couldn't do it. Someone says to you, oh, can you reach that? Jump up there, an example. And then you say no, you never even tried it. No, man, that's you doubting for no reason, just being negative. That's someone who's negative, because you got in among Benjamin, right? There's positive and negative among a lot of people. But one of the main sicknesses what a lot of people suffer for, why they have mental conditions, is negative thinking.
Yeah, Benjamin is known for negatively thinking, man. Nah, man, you can't do that. Nah, gonna work. You even tried the thing, but as the brother said, just because it flopped for you, you think it's not gonna work for anyone else. Or another thing that Benjamin do is if it never worked for your parents or your grandparents, then it's gonna get taught to you that you can't do it either, man.
Bad luck. And I used to hear people say, me have bad luck. I never liked to hear that shit.
You think Sam never did try that?
One time I had to get up and walk out the flipping place, man. My mindset was not lit. I didn't put that limit. I was a rebel. But this time you need to be a rebel.
In righteousness, man. Yeah, righteous rebels. How about that?
I use an example
righteous rebels.
If I may, this is the example now. Floyd Mayweather is just a nigger, right? At the end of the day in the world. But he's in his lot. And his dad said to him, oh, you got your name from me. He said, yeah, you're right. But I took your name and what you taught me to the next level. Right. So he could have been limited. He said, you went into, his dad done good. Right. He done served him and treated him and taught him well. Yeah. But his dad was what you might call, he had some issues with drugs. He got shot in his leg and he couldn't go any further. He couldn't, there's only a certain point he could get to. And the same also with Roger, Uncle Roger, the brother of Floyd Mayweather's dad, Floyd Mayweather's dad, Roger, Floyd Mayweather's uncle. Yeah. And he was limited, but he was very good at what he did. In their time, say the 80s, maybe early 90s. But now when Floyd Mayweather, what he took, he said they took everything, he put it into what I did, and I became Floyd Mayweather. Now he could have been limited, he could have took their route. He said, oh nah, because you got so far, I'm gonna go as far as you, and then it's gonna stop. But you know what his mentality, he said, the ones that are, and he's got understudies with him at the moment, he said, the ones that I'm teaching, I want him to pass me. That's how we're supposed to be.
You get John 14 and 12 right on your point. And we're going to close it out just because we've been going for over an hour.
Boy, time flies when you do live streaming. Is this one of my first live streams?
Yeah, like the first live stream.
John what?
14 and 12.
Boy, time, but all through the spirit anyway. John 14 and 5.
12.
John 14 and 12. Yeah.
Go on, bro.
Says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works.
Yeah, so the Lord actually set us up through the order on down to surpass what he did on the earth. How about heavy, that? Bro, that's heavy. The Lord, Yahushua, actually set up from Peter on down, the rest of the apostles, he set them up. All right, to make the church surpass what he himself did, man. Okay, and on this go round, as an elder apostle Hara once again is true, man. Obviously from our teachers on down, we reach more people than Yahushua did because of the internet, which is a prophecy anyway, the unicorn. But Yahushua's ministry was in Judea, man. But then you had the apostles that went out. He sent them out, man. Okay. And now we got the internet. You got brothers in America that can watch, man. All over the world. Australia, the continent of Africa, other parts of Europe. Holland can tune in. Germany can tune in. Italy can tune in,
Philippines.
Philippines can tune in, the islands can tune in, you know, Trinidad, Jamaica, um, uh, you know, anywhere, man. Barbados, Grenada, you know, fucking Bermuda, wherever
Iceland.
Iceland. You could be anywhere, and once you got an internet connection, you can tune in.
Yeah.
You can tune in, man. That's how we got the word, by tuning in from on the other end of the world, man. You know.
Mm.
So when it says great, you're talking about Floyd. Well, Yahweh Shai is the one that set the church up, man. And like, yeah, I'm cold, but guess what? I'm gonna make you sweeter than me. You think my boxing style sweet? I'm gonna make you tighter than me.
Yeah.
Through me, because I brought you up.
Yeah. And that now I'm just using him as an example, but for us in the spirit, because now you have to be confident, right, in what you do. You have to believe in. Now he believes in, because the Most I put the Spirit in him to be what he is.
Yeah.
The Most I put the Spirit in us to be what we are.
That's right. That's right, bro.
Take it, run with it. Now you're gonna come challenges. Sometimes are good. I'm not gonna say challenges. All challenges are bad, because if you challenge me to say I can't do something, maybe you know, then I remember being ill for a little while. It wasn't for long, but I remember being ill for a little while. It made me just dig deep into my herb box, into my physical certain things. You know, I ain't gonna reveal everything. And back, I was back, man.
Yep.
You know, with a little bit more wisdom and knowledge, challenges. You know, so that's again. I'll read it again. John chapters 14 and 12, because you're gonna close out soon. Yeah.
Close out in a second.
I'm just chewing on this precept here, Abaratazar, man. John chapters 14 and 12 says, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. And 13. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son.
Yeah, man. So even with the things we do, is we do it through the Spirit, but then it glorifies Yahweh in the name Bahasham Yahweh Shai, man. You know. So yeah, man. That's anything else to say, bro? You wanna?
Enough said,
man. Yeah. So we're gonna call it, man. Lord willing, that was edifying. You know, all praises be unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rechakodash. Double honors again unto the elder apostles and the elder bishops at Great Millstone who were well, and he taught us this truth, man. You know, catch you in the next show, man. Shalom.
Shalom.